Hi, this is Mike from Practactical. I know I haven't made a video in a long time. It's been a really long time, actually. So, just kind of want to give you guys a heads up. I ended up moving from Utah to New York. I got family back here, and some things happened where that needed to happen. So, that's why I haven't made a video in a while. What is happening now, though, in my life is that I've kind of ventured into knife making. I started watching some of these guys on YouTube and, making nice, beautiful pieces of work. And, I just started researching and watching and lots of Gavco. I'll tell you what, that kid, guy, he's just an amazing knife maker. And he just ventured out into professional knife making. And I would like to try my hand at amateur knife making. So I went out to Harbor Freight and bought a bunch of equipment. Some of it is, not the best quality and smaller than what other people are using, but I want to try it out and see what I can come up with. I had some pretty cool designs that I was drawing up, and I wanted to show you guys my progress so far. So I'm going to cut the video out and I'll turn the camera around. And so here's my makeshift shop here, and got a few projects in the works. Picked up that drill press at Harbor Freight. It's pretty cool, actually. I know a lot of people bag on Harbor Freight that their tools aren't really the best, but I got this guy for like $100 because someone returned it because the motor was shaking, and all it needed was a little tighten on this little set screw over here for the motor, and I got a great deal on that. So, and on the bench press here, I got some of my projects. That's made out of ABL steel. You can kind of see what I'm going for with that project. What kind of knife that's going to be. I'm waiting on belts right now so I can actually put a bevel on the knives, and I got some handle material coming. This is actually the first one that I was messing around with, and it's just like, it's going to be a little neck knife, and that kind of deal. And it's very rough right now. It's not finished. I need to actually kind of shape it and fix the tip. I got the tip a little, it is, you can see there, I broke the tip off. I ground it too thin. But as I was cutting this out, I made a little bit of mistake. My my cutoff wheel kind of made that there, and it went up into the handle. So when I put handle scales on this, it was gonna show there. So what I did was I tried my hand, and I'm telling you, this is very rough. I tried my hand at some file work, and it didn't come out too bad. But that hides that, so as you really can't see that. And this is the very first knife I actually have a bevel ground on, and it has to get a lot thinner. So I'm waiting for better belts for that. I got some Blue Zirconia 40 grit belts for that. My plunge line doesn't look really that great. But I think it'll be a cool little neck knife when it was done, especially with the handle material I have planned for that. So, and also I rounded the spine on this end. I don't know, I thought it kind of looked cool a little bit. But that's what I got going there. So, as we go along, the coolest knife that I have designed so far, and I'm making the first one out of 1080 plus. I know it's not the best steel. It's a high carbon steel, but this is my first chef knife. Because my trade used to be a chef. And my first chef knife that I designed. And as a chef, there were certain things I wanted in a chef knife that I could never get. And I always liked the idea of my finger being behind the blade. So I have a really deep ricasso, and that comes out to a point. I know that looks a little dangerous, but I'm going to bring the handle material around in there and round it off so it's actually not going to feel sharp at all, but that edge will come right to the end. And so I got a little shape going on there. This is the first design of this style chef knife. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but I have some beautiful handle material. I got some burl, some poplar burl that I'm going to put on this guy. 1080 is kind of like the steel they used in the old chef knives, and so it's very old school. It's not stainless. You'll have to take care of the blade. Also, I got some other practice designs I'm going to cut out of 1080. This one here, these two knives, are actually made out of ABEBL, which is a very good stainless steel that I'm excited to use. It's kind of recommended by Gavco, and I'm just excited to see how this stuff comes out. I know that I'm very amateur at this, guys, but hopefully the finished product will look good. And I don't know, maybe if you guys want a chance to buy some of these, I'll sell them and make them for you guys. But that's kind of the goal. I want to be, I don't know, a full-time knife maker eventually, but I need to learn how to do this stuff first. So my second chef knife is AEBL. See there, I got that from Alpha Knife Supply. It's a very rough cutout. I need to find a better way to cut metal. So I was struggling with it because I went and I should have done a little more research and all that. I went and bought a bandsaw. I got this bandsaw from Harbor Freight, and I bought the bimetal cutting blade and all that. And I was really excited because I was going to be able to cut metal. There it is. There's the bimetal cutting blade. You can see how dull I made it. But this bandsaw is meant for wood, I think, because it's moving just too fast for metal. Way too fast. And so every time I try to even start a cut, it would just kind of bind up, and it didn't work very well. So, you know, here's some practice scales. I was messing around with the Dremel. Some practice Anzo pattern that I've been working on. This isn't the actual scale, it's just something I was messing around with a piece of regular wood. But this is going to be the handle material for that knife. Beautiful, beautiful stabilized poplar burl. And you can see I actually paid more for the wood for this knife than the actual steel. I think that piece of steel was $10 and the knife was over double that. Or I mean the handle material was over double that. But I really love this. I think it's going to look really nice on that knife. So, and you know, my grinder, you guys are going to laugh at me. I don't care, but you know, this is what Gavco started on. It was a 1x3 Harbor Freight grinder. And it's pretty cool, you know. It doesn't have a lot of power. You kind of got to finagle it around, but if you take your time, you can get some really good grinds on it. I just need to figure out how to do it. So that's kind of my whole deal here, is I'm learning how to do this. So eventually, I would like to make this my job. And I dropped a big piece of steel. I won't edit that out. But anyway, you know, I want this to be my job, to make high quality knives, and I'll get into some more of the exotic materials as I go along, and I'm able to afford them. So, you know, these are just the starter steels that I've you know, I want to practice on, see what I could do, because they're a little bit more affordable. And if I can make a nice looking knife that I'm proud of, you know, I'll want to sell them. So I really like the design of this chef knife. Being a chef, there's multiple different ways you can hold the knife and all that. So anyway, right now the way I'm cutting out steel is kind of crazy. I got these metal cutoff wheels for a Dremel, and they actually work pretty good. It's a little bit more work. You know, it's kind of a thin piece of a, I don't know what they call this kind of wheel, but you know, I got it on the end of the Dremel. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you're cutting it off, and it kind of works, but it's a little slowly, and that's how I'm cutting the steel for my knives, and it takes a lot of reshaping. I do have a bench grinder on the way that'll help me a little bit more with the shaping. I've been shaping on the top wheel of this this grinder there. This bandsaw I'm going to end up keeping. I was going to take it back, but I think it'll be really good for cutting wood and handle scales and G10 and all that stuff. So this is just, you know, here's my deal. I'd really love to keep my subscribers that I've had so far, and I'm excited to show you some of the works in progress. Super happy with this guy. I mean, this will do any drilling that I need to do, 18 speeds, and I don't know, I'll take you guys along with my knife making process if it's something that you're interested in. So let me know. Thanks for watching.